Apple Watch 7 versus Galaxy Watch 4. Where are the differences? Which one is better? And what do they have in common? All of that in today's video. Hey folks, my name is Leonard, you're watching the product reviewer, and that's me of course. Now I don't want to waste your time, so let's start with our big first difference, which is the compatibility. Now as you may know, the Apple Watch 7 is only compatible with iOS devices like your iPhone. Now that's not such a big surprise, but the Galaxy Watch 4 is also only compatible with Android smartphones. So it really comes to the fact which smartphone you are using. If you're using an iPhone, you can only go with the Apple Watch. And if you're using an Android smartphone, you can only go with the Galaxy Watch 4 or any other smartwatch. Okay, that was more or less the obvious difference. But what else do we got? Let's start with the battery life. And without the power saving mode, which both of these watches have of course, the Apple Watch 7 lasts the whole day and a whole night. So I charge my Apple Watch in the morning before I go to work, and after work I have about 40% of battery life left, which is enough for the rest of the day, the night, and I can set an alarm for the morning. Now with the Galaxy Watch 4, it's a slightly different story. Now, don't get me wrong, it's still not bad. You get about like 20 hours of battery life out of it, but I wouldn't count on the alarm in the morning. The next benefit that the Apple Watch 7 has over the Galaxy Watch 4 is the faster charging time. Now with the newer charging cable, the Apple Watch 7 charges 30% faster than on the previous model, which means you get from 0 to 90% in just 45 minutes. The Galaxy Watch 4 takes a little bit longer, so from 0 to 70% it takes about 50 minutes. So the clear winner right here is the Apple Watch 7. So much for the battery life, but what about all of the other cool features? So let's start with the cool features that we only get with the Apple Watch 7. So first up, we got the navigation. We have two physical buttons on the side of the watch. So we have the side button with which you can open up our tabs, and the rotatable main button with which we get to our apps, zoom in and out, and scroll through our notifications. The next feature that we only get on the Apple Watch 7 is a noise app. This one tells you how loud your surroundings are and what long time effects that can have on your hearings. But you can actually have a little workaround on the Galaxy Watch 4, since this one is just an app, and since you have a built-in mic in the speaker, that will work on the Galaxy Watch 4 as well. Apple uses for its cheaper material models like the aluminum one, INX glass, which is 50% thicker than on the previous models, so very durable. Now for the high-end materials, you get sapphire glass, which is known for its durability. It is hard to get scratches on and even harder to get a crack in. Now this watch is also water resistant up to 5 ATM, is dust and water resistant, and you can get it in two different sizes, 41mm and 45mm. Both are also available in a cellular option, so you can call your friends right from your wrist without having your smartphone being nearby, and you can just leave that one at home. Well, you could arguably say that the S7 processor of the Apple Watch 7 is the best one that you can get in any smartwatch right now. Well, actually it's the same one that we got in the Apple Watch 6, just with a newer name. So they transferred S6 processor to S7, and ta-da, we got our new best processor in the world right now. Well, fortunately enough for Apple, no other brand was able to compete with the S6 processor, so we still have the best processor in the world in our Apple Watch 7. Now compared to the Exynos W920 of the Galaxy Watch 4, which is not as fast and responsive and is a little bit more laggy, the Apple Watch 7 is a clear winner in that category. Now let's get to the Galaxy Watch 4 and some things that we only get on this one. A big fitness feature exclusively for the Galaxy Watch 4 and that we do not get with the Apple Watch 7 is the bioelectrical impedance analysis, which uses the optical heart rate sensor as well as the two sensors in the side buttons of your watch for a body composition measurement. That actually means it will detect your level of fat that is stored in your body as well as lean body mass, which is another word of saying how fat you really are. Of course, these numbers are not 100% correct, but it gives you a rough overview of your physical stats and a good baseline in case something changes in the next few weeks or months. Beside these features, we get a rotatable bezel on the classic model and a haptic bezel on the active model. With them, you can navigate through your different tiles and apps without having to swipe left and right. It's just another way of navigating on this watch. You also have two physical buttons on the side, which are even customizable and can be connected to any of your apps. By double pressing the home key, I get to my Spotify, and by long pressing it, it will open up the Bixby voice assistant. The lower one can be set to either go to the previous page or show my recent apps. As for the last feature on the Galaxy Watch 4, we have the blood pressure measurement. Now once you set that one up with a real blood pressure measurement gadget and configure that one, you can always measure your blood pressure wherever you are. Now if you got that far into the video, please smash the like button and subscribe to my channel if you're new. Also click the notification bell to never miss out on any new content. It's just 3 clicks, it's for free, and it will help me out a whole lot. But besides these features, there aren't that many differences left between these two high-end smartwatches. Both watches have an ECG function, optical heart rate sensor, a sleep tracker, of which I think the Galaxy Watch 4 is a little bit better in tracking your sleep. It can actually tell you if you're snoring during the night, but unless you're sleeping alone, your partner would have told you that anyway years ago. Both watches are also capable of tracking your blood oxygen saturation during the night and as well as during the day by manual measuring it. It also only takes a few seconds until you get your results. So the next two pretty useful features on these watches are the Find My Device and notification features. So on both watches you can not only receive all kinds of messages, but you can also reply to them in various ways as well. The Apple Watch 7 and the Galaxy Watch 4 also have a way of tracking down your devices which are connected to their accounts. So don't worry if you lose your Apple Watch 7 or your Galaxy Watch 4, there is a way to retrieve them by looking into your smartphone and find them right away. It also works the other way around if you lose your iPhone. The watch will tell you where it is and the fastest route, and once you're in the area you can make it ring to locate it faster. Pretty useful in my opinion. You can also track your stress level 24/7 on the Galaxy Watch 4 and do some breathing exercises on either of these smartwatches to find your inner peace. One of the most important features you can get on any smartwatch is the music player. So on the Apple and on the Galaxy Watch, you can listen to music offline, either by Spotify or you can just download music and transfer them to your smartwatch, since both have more than enough internal storage. Now that's especially important when you go for a run and you don't want to have your smartphone with you. So you can just leave that one at home, since you have built-in GPS, you have offline music, and you have basically everything you want. Now speaking of running workouts, you basically have every sport mode covered with these two watches. If it's running, swimming, hiking, or some advanced stuff like dancing, boxing, or winter sports, these watches got you covered. Just the accuracy of the built-in GPS on the Apple Watch 7 seems a little bit better in my testings. It was just more consistent over longer distances in the city or outside in a park. Also, the accuracy of the heart rate was a little bit better on the Apple Watch 7, which is more important to me than the built-in GPS. Now, I gotta tell you, neither of these watches are bad. It just happened that the Apple Watch 7 is a little bit better than the Galaxy Watch 4. And folks, that's it for the video. Now, if you want to see some tips, tricks, and hidden features of these two watches, just click one of these videos. And with that being said, see you next time. Peace.